Okay, something very interesting happened when it comes to Stellar Blade, the upcoming action RPG from Sony and Shift Up on the PlayStation 5. People are very excited for the game, but whoops, accidentally Sony put up the demo for people to go play. And if you were quick, you were able to go out there and pick up the demo and play it. I had multiple people like Max from Dreamcast Guy talk about his thoughts. Also V-Sips, another content creator, talked about his thoughts. And also a user from my stream came in and said, hey, I was streaming the game and had 1,000 to 2,000 people watching me play. And from all intents and purposes, based off of what people are saying, the game is living up to the hype. It's a very fun game, and it's more than just about looking at Eve's backside. Like, it's actually a good game with good mechanics, very fun to play, a lot of cool stuff. Graphics are great, sound quality, everything seems to be solid with the game. So A-okay there. Now the PSN demo was up. Obviously it was an accident. Sony removed it. Okay, no problem. Can't download it anymore. People who have it can play it, enjoy it, whatever the case is. Not so fast. And this is why the all digital future is terrifying. And when I say all digital future, I mean all digital future, as in there isn't physical around at all, and you're only going to have to buy from the storefronts of Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo. But in this case, we're talking about Sony. The all digital future is terrifying at this point, because Sony, not only did they remove the demo from PSN, but they also went into people's accounts and snatched that demo right up. And that's something that you don't see very often. Unless somebody had stole something or something was happening. Usually if something becomes early for you to play, and it's there, especially like a demo, they won't go into your account and snatch it. But that's what they can do with the all digital future. With what they're doing here, they can just go into your account without you even knowing and just take something. It's licenses to own these things, and I get it. We're going to get into the counter arguments to this with physical gaming, but obviously it's not quite the same, and we'll break it down here. But this is what's terrifying about it, the fact that they can just go into your account and snatch the demo, even though, listen, obviously it wasn't supposed to go up at that time, and I completely get that, but I don't think that's necessarily something they should be doing, going into people's accounts and snatching the demos from people's accounts, especially since you can't really like distribute the demo any other type of way, like burn it to a disc or something like that. I mean, maybe somebody could, but I think that people who had already downloaded it should have the ability to hold on to it, and you shouldn't go into people's accounts if you connect back to the internet. Now, if you don't connect back to the internet, I don't think they can actually do that, but it's scary to me that that can just be done without anybody even knowing. And we saw what happened with the anime situation. This is what the all digital future is. It's about control. It's about them controlling exactly how you get something and stifling competition from a larger economic level. Because if you have physical games, obviously those retailers can discount them and do what they need to do in terms of how they get it. You get better options and deals when you have physical and digital. That is the right move, is to have a good balance of physical and digital. Each one of them checks them. There's been times where there's been a game that's not on sale digitally, but it goes on sale physically. All of a sudden, a couple days later or something, you see the game on sale digitally on PSN or on Nintendo Switch or on Xbox, and vice versa. There's times when there's big sales or deals on PSN, and you'll see some of those prices reduce when it comes to retail. And that's what a good economic market for gaming is about, having multiple different retailers or places to get your products from. It's just like if you were shopping for clothes or for food. You don't only want one place that sells food. You don't only want one place that sells clothes. Otherwise, they can jack up prices and do crazy things just because there isn't that other type of competition. So that's why I think this whole all digital future is scary, and why I have a good balance. I'll buy digital games sometimes, but I absolutely don't forget to go out there and support the physical games as well, as it's going to do better for everyone and myself, because I can get deals physical sometimes that you don't see digital, and vice versa. So I also play it that way. I don't believe in the all digital future, and if it ever does come to a point to where it is all digital for the console development, I think I'm good on actually supporting or buying the games normally, because I don't believe that's how it should be overall. I think it should be a balance of both, and I think they both keep each other in check. And when it comes to physical, I know some people have talked about this. This was a counter argument that physical, they can also take away your license too and make it to where you can't play it. But yeah, in most places, possession is most of the law. If you have the game, you can play the game, and it'd be tougher for them to physically stop you from playing that type of game. They'd have to release some type of software update or something like that. It would be way more difficult to stop you from playing a game that you have physically and you put into your system than it is for it to be digitally, because these digital systems are set up for easy distribution and easy removal as well. So I don't trust the all digital future. I'm not going to support the all digital future. I'm absolutely going to do both. But this right here is absolutely terrifying for me, that they can just go in there and snatch it without a single word overall. But hey, it is what it is. You guys can let me know what you guys think about that. But we are going to talk about something that's a bit more exciting for me, at least, and that is the new Hunter x Hunter game. Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact has been confirmed for the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, and PC, and it will be playable at EVO Japan 2024. Now, here's the reason why you should be excited about Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact. Well, one, if you're a Hunter x Hunter fan, but two, if you're finally looking for a anime fighter based on a classic IP like Hunter x Hunter that isn't going to be an arena fighter. We've had a long stretch of just terrible arena fighters that have just been bad, that have just been outright terrible, from Jump Force to the JJK game. It goes on and on. Now, yes, some of them can be great, and I get that, but this Hunter x Hunter game is confirmed to be a 2D fighting game, and the publisher is Bushiroad Game, and the developer is Aiding. And the developer being Aiding is absolutely a good thing, because Aiding has made some of the best anime fighting games out there with the Clash of Ninja series, and they also made Marvel vs. Capcom 3, or helped out with that game too. So they have the experience in 2D fighting games, they have the experience in anime games to make something interesting. And honestly, Aiding has been around for so long at this point, 20 plus years. I know they've been doing stuff. They've helped out on so many different fighting games and other games. They are a talented group of people, but they're finally getting another opportunity after years now. And it's been like, what, a decade plus since Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's been a decade since the Naruto Clash of Ninja games have been out. So they finally get their opportunity to get another crack at their own fighting game and an anime fighting game to boot. That is incredibly exciting here. Aiding, they know how to make the combos, they know how to make the level of depth in gameplay, they know how to make it to where it's accessible and easy to play but hard to master, like the Clash of Ninja series or Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So I'm excited about all of this to finally be able to see this game. It seems like it's going to have 3-on-3 type of gameplay, to where you can start up with one person that maybe have assists, almost like Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where you can switch out different characters, maybe even do double team attacks and certain stuff like that. But I'm guessing this is going to be a great 2D fighting game for people that want to play competitive, and for people who just love Hunter x Hunter as well, just like the Naruto Clash of Ninja series was, and just like the Marvel vs. Capcom series is. Casually played, but also for the hardcore as well. So very exciting here to see this Hunter x Hunter game. First footage coming April 27th through the 29th in Japan, so we will see more gameplay there. Get excited, guys, because Aiding and Hunter x Hunter, this is a match made in heaven when it comes down to. We haven't had any good Hunter x Hunter games, so this is incredibly exciting to see. But moving on to something else that's also very exciting, we've got a brand new Tokyo Xanadu project announced for consoles. So, quote, you remember what Rem said, don't you? So for all of my Tokyo Xanadu fans, here we go on this one. And for RPG fans, get ready, because this seems like it's going to take the next step over the previous Tokyo Xanadu games that have been out before. So Falcom has announced the tentatively titled action RPG Tokyo Xanadu new project for unspecified consoles in celebration of the series' 10th anniversary. A release date was not announced. Here are some more details on this exciting Tokyo Xanadu project. It has been 10 years since the release of Falcom's first modern-day action RPG, Tokyo Xanadu. Set in a Japanese city of Kyoto, this new game depicts the story of juveniles who travel around otherworldly realms known as Xanadu. While it shares the same world as Tokyo Xanadu, which is set in the Japanese city of Tokyo, the setting is all new. It is currently in development as a completely new title with all game systems built from the ground up, so please look forward to it. So this is exciting because this could clearly be a PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch 2 title. Probably Nintendo Switch 2 is in their sights, as if you look at the Japanese charts and stuff recently, a lot of Falcom games have been doing very well on Nintendo platforms, despite them not being as technically great as what they are on PlayStation and PC. But it's really cool to see them put out a new Tokyo Xanadu game. I've just dabbled in the franchise a bit. I absolutely need to get back to the last one that came out, the Tokyo Xanadu Plus, all that good stuff. And the games are solid for AA RPGs, but I do think that this one here can be special. This one can be a bit special here. New systems, Switch 2 maybe, who knows? I don't know when this is going to be coming out. It's probably going to be a game that comes out in the next like 2 to 3 years or so if we're talking about Falcom development cycles. But yeah, that's definitely in Switch 2 territory at this point. So it should be exciting to see exactly how this one it turns out. So what do you guys think about Tokyo Xanadu? Let me know in the comment section. And for this last topic, we're going to discuss this weird situation that's going on with Princess Peach Showtime. So recently there was a demo that was dropped and people were like, okay, the demo's solid, it's okay, it's not anything too crazy, but it's not bad. It feels like a good solid Princess Peach adventure. We're going to be doing different things in this Showtime arena, right? In this play-like arena. Good solid graphics for the most part, good gameplay, everything's fine, right? Well, who's developing it? Nintendo has been very tight-lipped about that, but since there's been some data mining going on, it seems, with the demo, it looks like Goodfeel is developing the game, and people seem to be taken a little bit aback or kind of upset that Nintendo's not announcing who's making some of their games, right? We have to look and see who's making the Super Mario RPG remake. We have to look and see who's making certain games when it comes to Nintendo's outside studios that they don't own. Now, if it's something that Nintendo owns, like Monolith Soft, right, they will talk about, hey, it's Monolith Soft. You'll see their name, the trailers and all of that. Or even if it's something that they don't own, right? For example, something like Fire Emblem, we'll know that it's Intelligent Systems right away. So some of their big games, we know about that. But some of these other games that are coming out, especially in the later half of the Nintendo Switch's life, we don't necessarily know who's developing them outright. And that's caused some people to be a little bit upset or angry because they want to be more excited or not as excited based off of who's developing the game. And I see why from both sides. Because if you start talking about who's developing the game right away and all that, people start trying to dig into the employees, see what they're doing, see what they've said. People start researching things way more on the internet. So if you do that, then maybe that can lead to something else that they're developing or something else that they're working on. It can leak stuff. So I can see from that perspective. But then from the other side, obviously, as a consumer or the press, you want to know, hey, who's making it to get the credit that they deserve for the game. So it's definitely a balancing act overall in terms of that. Now, for me, when it comes to certain games like this, like the Mario RPG remake, or when it comes to the Princess Peach Showtime, these type of games, I don't really care who's developing the game. Like, we're gonna play it, I'm gonna look at it, see whatever it is, Nintendo's the publisher, okay, it's not really that big of a deal. When it comes to like the bigger AAA games, the big RPGs, I mean, obviously we want to know who's developing that because of the in-depthness of the game and the size of the game. But I can understand, once again, both sides in terms of people that are like angry about it, or some people saying we should know from the very beginning, and then others that are like, who cares, man? Like, if the game's good, just play the game and then we'll know. Obviously they'll be credited and we'll know. And that's pretty much what Nintendo said. Well, you know, just play the game. It's in the credits, or somebody will talk about it once it's in the credits, right? Once the reviews come out and all of that. So interesting nonetheless. But yeah, it was a little bit of an interesting development online. Nothing too crazy, but just people talking about it here and there. But yeah, demo's available. I played it myself. I thought it was a solid experience from what I've played so far, and I'll be playing more. And I also want to announce to my viewers here that we are going to have a big Princess Peach Showtime launch event here on the channel, where we're going to be giving away 9 copies of Princess Peach Showtime, Princess Peach plushies, or Princess Peach plush, I think like an amiibo and some other stuff. But anyway, it's going to be a big Princess Peach Showtime launch event here on the channel. So make sure you subscribe to it, and I'll have more details on my Twitter account and more details on the community post as well as we get towards the date of that, which is going to be on the week that it launches. So it does launch on the 22nd of March, so it'll be that Sunday of the launch. So it should be a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing all of you guys here. But all right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you're someone new. Click that notification bell and check out my other Nintendo Switch and RPG videos right here on screen. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.